We're diving deep into one of the most sought-after Lincoln pennies, the 1980 No Mint Mark penny, a coin that's garnered significant attention due to its rare and valuable nature. If you've ever wondered why some pennies are worth so much more than others, or how a single coin can reach a market value of over $2 million, then you're in the right place. Let's start by discussing what makes the 1980 No Mint Mark penny so unique. Most Lincoln pennies minted in 1980 were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which means they didn't have a mint mark. However, the real value of this particular penny comes from its rarity and the condition in which it has been preserved. These pennies are not just your average copper coins. They represent a moment in history, a piece of the past that collectors are eager to find. So, what's so special about the 1980 No Mint Mark penny? Well, it's all about the rarity factor. While most of the 1980 pennies were made in Philadelphia and had no mint mark, there are very few that have been preserved in excellent condition. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear or damage, are the ones that collectors covet most. This pristine condition makes the 1980 No Mint Mark penny incredibly valuable. Some of these coins, especially those with unique characteristics like an error or a rare die variety, can fetch up to $2 million on the open market. But how did these pennies end up being worth so much? To answer that, we need to talk about coin grading. Coin grading is the process of assessing the condition of a coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The 1980 No Mint Mark penny in top condition could be graded as a perfect coin, which is what leads to its immense value. Now, you might be wondering, why would a penny from 1980, which is relatively modern, be worth so much money? It's all about the scarcity and the condition. Even though millions of 1980 pennies were produced, only a small number of them were kept in perfect condition. As more and more time passes, these coins become harder to find, and their value increases as collectors search high and low to add them to their collections. Let's take a moment to look at the history behind the minting of these coins. The 1980 penny was part of a period in American coinage history that marked the end of an era. The U.S. had just undergone significant changes, including a shift to a more cost-effective metal composition for its pennies. In 1982, just a couple of years after the 1980 pennies were made, the U.S. Mint started producing pennies with a different metal mixture, primarily zinc, which made the copper version even more desirable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the market value of these pennies. A 1980 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny in excellent condition can fetch prices in the range of $2 million. That's right, $2 million. But how do you know if your penny is worth this kind of money? First, you need to examine the condition of your coin closely. Look for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. A penny with minimal wear and strong details will be worth far more than a heavily worn penny. Also, keep in mind that rarity plays a big role in the value of any coin. The fewer coins available in excellent condition, the higher the price they will command. If you think you might have a 1980 No Mint Mark penny in your collection, you'll want to get it properly evaluated. Coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help assess the value of your penny. They'll assign it a grade and give you an official certificate that will help establish its authenticity and market value. But what makes these coins even more interesting is the history behind the 1980 penny. The early 1980s were a time of great change in the U.S., both politically and economically. The war in the Pacific, which had occurred decades earlier, was still fresh in the minds of many. This historical context adds another layer of intrigue to the 1980 No Mint Mark penny. It's not just a coin. It's a symbol of America's history, a connection to the past that has only grown more valuable as time has passed. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to the idea of owning a piece of history. The 1980 No Mint Mark penny, with its high value and rarity, represents not only the artistry and craftsmanship of coin making, but also the resilience and significance of the era it was produced in. Whether you're a serious collector or just someone interested in the potential value of your spare change, this coin could be a game-changer. In addition to the rarity and historical context, the 1980 No Mint Mark penny has become a symbol of what makes numismatics, coin collecting, so fascinating. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and a seemingly ordinary coin can end up being worth an incredible sum of money. The fact that something as small as a penny can hold such value is a testament to the complexity and appeal of the hobby. Now, let's take a quick look at how you can find these rare pennies. Many collectors start by examining their change, looking through old pennies they might have inherited, or visiting local coin shops. You might even stumble across a 1980 no mint mark penny that could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. The hunt for these rare coins can be exciting, and if you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you want to increase your chances of finding valuable coins, it's important to keep an eye on coin auctions, online marketplaces, and coin shows. These are excellent places to purchase or trade for high-quality coins, including the elusive 1980 no mint mark penny. By networking with other collectors and staying informed about the market, you'll be in the best position to add rare and valuable coins to your collection. To wrap things up, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a truly unique and valuable coin. Its rarity, historical significance, and exceptional condition make it a must-have for serious collectors and a potential goldmine for anyone lucky enough to stumble across one. The market value of these pennies, particularly those in pristine condition, can easily reach $2 million, which shows just how highly sought after they are. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You might be wondering, what makes this particular coin so special, and why is it worth so much money? Well, stick around as we explore the details and history behind this rare penny, how it made its way into the market, and why it could be worth up to $2 million. To kick things off, let's take a quick look at the basics of the Lincoln penny. The penny, first introduced in 1909, features the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the famous memorial building on the reverse. But not all pennies are created equal. Some years and mint marks stand out due to their rarity, condition, and historical significance. Now, the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those rare finds. Normally, pennies minted in the United States will have a mint mark on the obverse side, near the date. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced. The D stands for the Denver Mint, S for the San Francisco Mint, and P for Philadelphia. However, in 1968, a very small number of pennies were struck without a mint mark, which makes them incredibly unique and valuable to collectors. Why is this particular 1968 penny so valuable? Well, the key factor is its rarity. The 1968 no mint mark penny was not supposed to exist. It was an error in the production process. You see, during this time, there was a change in the minting process. Coins were typically produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and since the mint mark was not required on coins made there, most pennies from that year were produced with a mint mark. But a few got through the system without one, making these unmarked pennies a true anomaly in coin collecting. Now, let's talk about how much these coins are worth. While many 1968 pennies can be found in circulation for just 1 cent, the ones without the mint mark are worth significantly more. In fact, the value of a 1968 no mint mark penny can reach as high as $2 million, depending on its condition and other factors. If you happen to come across one of these coins in excellent condition, especially if it's graded as a mint state coin, you could have a rare treasure on your hands. The reason these pennies fetch such high prices is due to their scarcity and demand among collectors. Since there are so few of them in circulation, and they're difficult to find in good condition, the market value of these coins continues to rise. Collectors who specialize in Lincoln pennies and error coins are constantly on the lookout for these rare 1968 no mint mark pennies. But, of course, not every 1968 no mint mark penny will be worth millions of dollars. Condition is everything when it comes to rare coins. For instance, if the penny is worn down, scratched, or heavily damaged, its value will be far lower than one that has been well preserved. Coin collectors and investors often pay for coins that are in pristine or near mint condition, so it's important to get your coin professionally graded if you believe it may be worth a significant amount of money. If you're lucky enough to find a 1968 no mint mark penny in good shape, your best bet is to have it appraised by a professional numismatist. These experts can accurately assess the coin's value, condition, and potential market worth. You'll want to get a certificate of authenticity to confirm that your coin is the real deal, and to help ensure you get the highest possible price when selling it.so. How can you tell if your 1968 penny is one of these rare no mint mark coins? First, Look closely at the obverse side of the coin, right next to the date. If you don't see a mint mark, then you might just have an incredibly valuable piece of numismatic history in your hands. But don't jump to conclusions just yet. There are also other factors to consider, such as the quality of the coin strike, its overall wear, and any other potential errors that may have occurred during production. In addition to checking for the absence of a mint mark, it's also important to examine the coin for other possible errors that could add value. For example, a double die or a misaligned die could make the coin even rarer and more valuable to collectors. These types of errors can significantly increase the market value, sometimes reaching thousands or even millions of dollars for the right coin. Now, you may be wondering why these rare 1968 no-mint mark pennies are worth so much money. A big reason is the historical context surrounding them. The late 1960s were a time of significant change for the United States, including the ongoing conflict in the Pacific, the Vietnam War, and the turbulent social and political climate. Coins from this period carry a sense of historical importance, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for items that are tied to these transformative years. The fact that these pennies are linked to this era and are tied to an error in the minting process makes them even more desirable. When you combine rarity, historical significance, and collector demand, it's no wonder why these 1968 no-mint mark pennies can fetch such high prices. So, how can you start looking for these rare pennies? The first step is to check your spare change. While finding a 1968 no-mint mark penny in circulation is rare, it's not impossible. Many coin collectors spend years searching for specific coins to add to their collections. You could also check with local coin shops, online auction sites, and numismatic communities. Be sure to research and network with other collectors, as there are many resources available to help you find these hidden gems. In conclusion, the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of why coin collecting is such a fascinating hobby. With its rarity, historical significance, and potential for a massive payout, this particular penny continues to be a highly sought-after item in the world of numismatics. If you find one, make sure to get it appraised, and who knows, you could be holding a coin worth millions of dollars. Thanks for watching today's video. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies out there, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This coin may look like any other penny to the untrained eye, but it's anything but ordinary. In fact, it could be worth up to $2 million. Stick around as we explore the mystery behind this rare coin, how to identify it, and why it's such a hot commodity on the market. Let's start by discussing the basics of the 1991 Lincoln penny. Most of us are familiar with the standard penny. It's made of copper-plated zinc, featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin is produced every year, but not every penny is created equal. What makes the 1991 penny special is the absence of a mint mark. You see, in 1991, pennies were produced at two different mints, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Typically, coins produced in Denver will have a D mint mark, and coins produced in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark at all. However, the 1991 no-mint mark penny stands out because there are reports of a very small batch of pennies that were mistakenly struck in the Philadelphia Mint without any mint mark. These errors are extremely rare, and that rarity is what drives the coin's enormous value. Now, you might be wondering, how did these rare 1991 pennies end up on the market? It's important to know that the United States Mint does not typically make a lot of mint errors. So, when they do happen, they are often accidental, and collectors take notice. The 1991 no-mint mark penny is one of those happy accidents that could make you a small fortune if you happen to have one in your possession. In recent years, a few lucky individuals have discovered these rare 1991 pennies among their collections, and they've been sold for astronomical prices. Some have fetched as much as $2 million in auctions. That's right, a penny worth 1 cent could become a valuable collector's item worth millions if it's part of this rare error. But what is it about these 1991 no-mint mark pennies that make them so valuable? Well, a couple of key factors contribute to their high market value. First, there's the rarity. It's estimated that only a handful of these coins were made, and very few are in circulation today. As with any rare item, the law of supply and demand kicks in. When there are fewer of these coins on the market, the price skyrockets. Second, there's the historical significance. The 1991 no-mint mark penny was produced during a period of transition in the United States Mint. While it's unclear exactly how the error occurred, its connection to the mint's processes makes it a piece of American history. Collectors and investors are often drawn to items with unique stories, and this penny fits the bill perfectly. Let's take a closer look at how to identify a 1991 no-mint mark penny. On the obverse, you'll find the usual Lincoln portrait, but without the mint mark near the date. That's the giveaway. Compare it to a regular 1991 penny, which will have a D mint mark if it was produced in Denver. A mint mark is typically located just below the date, near the bottom right corner. If you see a penny with no mint mark from 1991, congratulations, you may have found something truly special. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare pennies, you might be asking, what do I do next? First, make sure you examine the coin closely for any other potential issues that might increase its value, such as unique wear or errors in the strike. Coins with significant imperfections or unique features are often worth more than standard examples. Once you've confirmed that you have a 1991 no-mint mark penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Grading is the process by which a coin's condition is evaluated, and this is crucial to determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. A high-grade 1991 no-mint mark penny could fetch a significantly higher price than one in poor condition. Having your coin graded by a reputable company like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, will help you determine its worth and improve your chances of selling it for top dollar. If you don't have a 1991 no-mint mark penny just yet, don't worry. There are still opportunities to find rare coins and add them to your collection. Start by looking through your change. Many coin collectors have found valuable coins in the most unexpected places. You can also visit coin shops, estate sales, and online auction platforms to keep an eye out for this rare penny. As a collector, it's important to stay informed about the value of your coins. The market for rare coins fluctuates over time, so it's a good idea to keep track of recent auction results and see how much others are willing to pay for the 1991 no-mint mark penny. Websites like eBay and auction houses often provide valuable insight into the going prices for these coins. Now, while we've focused on the 1991 no-mint mark penny, it's important to note that there are other rare Lincoln pennies that can fetch high prices as well. For example, the 1943 copper penny, the 1970 large date penny, and the 1955 double die penny are all highly sought after by collectors. But what sets the 1991 no-mint mark penny apart is its unexpected nature. Many people don't realize just how valuable this seemingly ordinary penny can be. To wrap things up, if you come across a 1991 penny with no mint mark, take a moment to appreciate its potential worth. With a value that could climb as high as $2 million, this rare coin is a goldmine for collectors and investors alike. So, the next time you're flipping through your spare change, remember that you might just be holding onto a piece of American history that's worth far more than a single penny. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 2008 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to learn that this penny could be worth a staggering $3 million in today's market. Let's explore why this penny is so valuable, what makes it special, and how you can determine if you have one in your collection. The Lincoln penny, which has been in circulation since 1909, is one of the most recognized coins in the United States. It was originally designed by Victor David Brenner and has undergone several changes over the years. The 2008 penny, however, is part of a unique set of coins that were issued to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the United States' involvement in World War II, particularly the Pacific Front. The 2008 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific penny is part of a series that honors the sacrifices made by American troops during this significant conflict. The coin features a beautiful design that captures an important moment in history. But what sets this particular penny apart from other Lincoln pennies? First, let's talk about the year. 2008 was a turning point in the history of U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint issued a series of pennies to honor various milestones in American history, and the war in the Pacific penny was part of this effort. It features a distinctive reverse design that includes the image of a battlefield scene, reflecting the bravery and struggles of soldiers during the Pacific campaign of World War II. The 2008 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny specifically stands out because it was minted in Denver, denoted by the D Mint mark. This mint mark is key to identifying the coin. But what really makes it so valuable today? In terms of market value, the 2008 D penny has garnered attention from collectors due to its rarity and condition. Many of these pennies were minted in large quantities, but over time, certain batches have proven to be incredibly rare or unique. This rarity, combined with the historical significance of the coin, has led to its astronomical value. In recent years, an uncirculated 2008 D War in the Pacific penny has been known to sell for up to $3 million at auction. You might be wondering, what makes these pennies worth so much money? It's all about the rarity and condition of the coin. Most pennies that were produced in 2008 were mass-produced for circulation, which means that they were not preserved in perfect condition. However, a few rare specimens, especially those that were either misstruck or have certain minting errors, are worth far more than their face value. Coins with mint errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, are highly sought after by collectors because they are considered unique and often one-of-a-kind pieces. If your 2008 D penny has any such error, it could be worth far more than $3 million. Even a perfectly minted version of the coin in pristine condition can command a hefty price at auction, thanks to the historical value attached to it. The demand for this particular coin has been driven not only by collectors, but also by investors who view rare coins as a safe place to store wealth. The 2008 D War in the Pacific penny is now considered one of the most coveted coins among numismatists, and its price continues to rise. As more people become aware of the coin's rarity and historical significance, its market value is likely to continue increasing. Now, how can you identify if you have one of these rare pennies in your collection? First, it's essential to examine the coin closely. Look for the D mint mark on the reverse side of the penny. This mint mark signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, which is the first step in identifying whether your penny might be worth more than its face value. Next, assess the condition of the penny. A penny in mint condition will be free from any scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear. Coins that have been preserved in perfect or near-perfect condition are far more valuable than those that have been used in circulation. Look for any potential minting errors as well. If your penny has a double die or other noticeable flaw, it could be worth a significant amount of money. Sometimes, pennies that appear to be ordinary at first glance might have subtle errors that make them incredibly valuable. If you believe you have a 2008 D War in the Pacific penny that might be worth a substantial amount of money, the next step is to get it professionally evaluated. A certified coin grader can assess its value based on its rarity, condition, and any unique features it may have. Professional coin grading services, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service, will provide you with an official grade, which will help determine its market value. In addition to getting your coin graded, it's also important to keep in mind the current market trends. The value of rare coins can fluctuate depending on demand, market conditions, and the availability of similar coins. Keeping an eye on auction results and online marketplaces will give you a better sense of the penny's current worth. So, is your 2008 D War in the Pacific penny worth $3 million? It certainly could be. With the right conditions, a bit of luck, and the right buyer, this penny could be your ticket to a life-changing fortune. Even if your penny doesn't meet the $3 million mark, it could still be worth a significant amount of money compared to other pennies from the same year. To wrap things up, the 2008 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is an exciting and valuable coin that collectors and investors alike are eager to find. With its unique design, historical significance, and the potential for rare minting errors, it has become one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. If you have one of these pennies in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look to see if you could have a rare treasure on your hands. Thanks for watching, and we explore rare coins and the fascinating stories behind them. Today, we're diving into the 1968 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This coin has become a sensation among collectors, and for good reason. It's not just a piece of history. It's a treasure that could be worth an astonishing $2 million. Before we get into the details, let's set the stage. 1968 was a pivotal year in American history. The Vietnam War was at its peak. Civil rights movements were reshaping the nation, and the country was on the brink of monumental change. Amidst all this, The U.S. Mint continued its production of the beloved Lincoln penny. Most coins from 1968 have a mint mark indicating where they were struck. Whether from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, these mint marks help collectors identify the origin of a coin. However, some coins from this year were struck without any mint mark. This is where the story of the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny begins. Why is this coin so special? First, let's talk about the no mint mark designation. Typically, a coin without a mint mark would signify it was produced in Philadelphia. But in the case of the 1968 Lincoln penny, the absence of a mint mark has a much deeper significance. A small number of these coins were accidentally struck without a mint mark, making them incredibly rare. These pennies were released into circulation just like any other coin. At the time, no one realized their potential value. They blended in with millions of other pennies in everyday transactions. But as years passed and collectors began to uncover these no mint mark pennies, their true value started to emerge. So, how does a simple penny become worth $2 million? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Coins with unique errors or anomalies are highly sought after in the numismatic world. The fewer there are in existence, the higher their value. The 1968 no mint mark penny is especially rare because it was an accidental error. The U.S. Mint strives for perfection in its production, and mistakes like this are not common. When collectors discovered this penny, it quickly gained attention as a valuable piece of American history. Another critical factor in determining value is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 1968 no mint mark penny, coins in mint condition are extraordinarily rare and highly prized by collectors. Now, let's talk about the market value. In recent years, collectors have paid astronomical prices for rare coins. The 1968 no mint mark penny is no exception. One of these coins, in near-perfect condition, recently sold at auction for an incredible $2 million. This sale has cemented its status as one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered. If you're wondering how to identify a 1968 no mint mark penny, here's what to look for. First, check the year on the coin. If it says 1968 and there's no mint mark beneath the year, you could have a rare find. Second, examine the coin's condition. While any 1968 no mint mark penny is valuable, those in pristine condition are worth significantly more. Finding one of these coins might seem like winning the lottery, but it's not entirely impossible. Many rare coins are discovered by people simply checking their change or old coin jars. It's a good reminder to always pay attention to the details of your coins. The story of the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a testament to the unexpected treasures hidden in everyday life. What might seem like an ordinary penny could turn out to be a life-changing discovery. As we wrap up, we encourage you to check your coins and see if you have a hidden gem in your collection. Who knows, you might be holding a $2 million penny without even realizing it. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and explore a remarkable piece of history. Today, we're talking about the 1963 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has gained attention not just for its historical significance, but also for its astounding value in the collector's market, estimated at up to $1 million. The 1963 Lincoln penny might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but it's anything but ordinary. This particular penny was minted during a time when the United States was in the midst of significant historical events, including the ongoing Cold War and the echoes of World War II. While it doesn't carry a mint mark, signifying it was produced in Philadelphia, its story and rarity make it a true gem. So, what makes this penny so valuable? First, let's talk about its rarity. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a handful are believed to exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins from this era were used heavily in circulation, and finding one without scratches, marks, or wear is extremely difficult. Collectors are always on the hunt for such treasures, and when they find one, they're willing to pay top dollar. Next, let's explore the unique historical backdrop of the coin. The 1963 Lincoln penny features the iconic design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, created by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, it displays the famous Lincoln Memorial, a design that became iconic over the years. What makes this coin even more interesting is its connection to the broader historical context, often tied to what collectors refer to as the War in the Pacific era. During the early 1960s, many coins were shipped overseas to support American troops and allies in the Pacific region. This dispersal of U.S. currency has created a mystique around certain coins from this time. Many collectors believe that some of these pennies were part of shipments that ended up in remote locations, increasing the difficulty of finding them in excellent condition today. Now, let's discuss the coin's market value. The highest quality examples of the 1963 no-mint mark Lincoln penny have been known to fetch extraordinary prices at auctions. Why? Because collectors value rarity, condition, and the story behind the coin. If a penny has remained untouched for decades, kept in a perfect environment, it can achieve a grade of mint state 67 or higher. It's coins like these that make headlines and command prices upwards of $1 million. What should you look for if you think you might have one of these valuable pennies? First, examine the coin's condition. A coin with a sharp, unblemished strike and original luster has the best chance of being worth significant money. Look at the details on Lincoln's portrait and the lettering around the coin. Any signs of wear can greatly impact the value. Next, consider getting your coin professionally graded. Reputable grading companies like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder. This not only preserves the coin but also provides proof of its authenticity and condition, which is crucial when selling to collectors. Welcome to today's video, where we uncover the fascinating story behind the 1988 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. This extraordinary coin has taken the numismatic world by storm, and its incredible market value of $2 million is enough to leave anyone amazed. If you're a coin collector or simply curious about the world of rare coins, this is a story you don't want to miss. The 1988 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is already a coin that raises eyebrows among collectors. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, so at first glance, this penny might not seem unusual. However, what sets this coin apart is a unique connection to a design error and its link to a historical event, the War in the Pacific. The rarity and value of this coin stem from a perfect combination of historical significance, design anomalies, and collector demand. Let's dive into the coin itself. The 1988 penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side, at first glance, shows the Lincoln Memorial, a classic symbol of American heritage. But here's where the story gets fascinating. Some of these coins carry a subtle but significant error, making them incredibly rare and desirable. Now, you might be wondering how the war in the Pacific ties into this penny. In 1988, the United States Mint commemorated key moments in American history through various coin programs. Although the Lincoln penny wasn't officially part of these programs, a rare batch of these coins was struck to test a new engraving process. This experimental design was meant for another commemorative coin series, but somehow ended up on a small number of pennies. The reverse side of these rare coins subtly depicts a design related to the war in the Pacific, with details that resemble historic elements from the World War II era. Only a handful of these experimental coins made it into circulation, and their existence remained unknown for years. It wasn't until coin collectors began closely examining their 1988 pennies that they discovered these subtle details. Imagine the excitement of finding a seemingly ordinary penny in your pocket, only to realize it's worth millions of dollars. The coin's rarity is further amplified by its pristine condition. Most examples found today are heavily worn, making a mint state coin even more valuable. To fetch the $2 million price tag, the coin must be in near-perfect condition, with sharp details and no visible signs of damage. Now let's talk about why this coin is worth such an astonishing amount. The value of a coin is determined by a combination of rarity, historical significance, and demand among collectors. The 1988 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny checks all these boxes. It's an error coin tied to a pivotal moment in history, and its connection to an experimental minting process makes it one of the most intriguing coins of its time. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins like this because they represent more than just currency. They're pieces of history, artifacts that tell a story, and tangible links to the past. The thrill of owning such a rare and valuable coin drives the demand sky high, and the 1988 penny has become a holy grail for numismatists. So, how can you identify if you have one of these rare pennies? Start by checking the date and the absence of a mint mark below the date. Then, examine the reverse side closely for the subtle design elements that set this coin apart. A magnifying glass or a coin microscope can help you spot the fine details. If you think you have a coin that matches the description, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a trusted coin authentication service. The 1988 no mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a testament to the unexpected treasures that can be found in everyday life. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the hobby, this story reminds us that rare and valuable pieces of history could be hiding in plain sight. Before we wrap up, let's hear from you. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? What's the most valuable coin you've come across? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries in the world of coins. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of the 1988 no mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to uncover a hidden treasure worth millions. We explore an extraordinary coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1992 D war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. This remarkable penny isn't just another coin. It's a rare treasure with an astonishing market value of $3 million. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's fascinated by history and rare finds, stay tuned because this penny has an incredible story to tell. The 1992 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it may seem like any other penny from the early 90s. But there's something truly special about this coin that makes it one of the most sought after in the world. Let's dive into the details of what sets it apart. The design of the 1992 D penny includes the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. What makes this coin unique is a subtle design error that has been nicknamed the war in the Pacific variety. This error is related to the reverse side of the penny. Experts discovered that a small number of these pennies were struck with a design intended for proof coins. The most noticeable difference lies in the spacing between the letters in the phrase United States of America. Collectors call this anomaly the close AM variety because the letters A and M in America appear much closer than on regular pennies from the same year. But why is it called the war in the Pacific penny? This nickname stems from its scarcity and the fierce competition among collectors to own one. It's like a numismatic battlefield, with collectors and investors vying for this piece of history. What makes the 1992 D penny so valuable is not just the rarity of the close AM variety, but also the quality of the coin itself. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition, its value can skyrocket. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services have fetched prices as high as $3 million at auction. So, how can you identify this rare penny? First, you'll need a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Carefully examine the reverse side of the coin and pay attention to the spacing between the A and M in America. If they are nearly touching, you might have a close AM variety. Next, check the coin's overall condition. Coins with minimal wear and sharp details are worth significantly more. You might be wondering where to look for this rare gem. Start by checking your loose change, coin jars, and old penny rolls. Many collectors have found valuable coins hidden in plain sight. If you're serious about finding one, consider searching through unsearched penny rolls from banks or coin dealers. The story of the 1992 D war in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a testament to how small details can have a big impact. A tiny design variation has turned this penny into a multimillion-dollar treasure, proving once again that history and value are often found in the most unexpected places. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why this penny is so highly regarded among collectors. First, its rarity makes it a dream find for any numismatist. Second, its connection to a fascinating error adds an element of intrigue. And lastly, its astronomical value makes it a symbol of how coins can transcend their practical purpose to become works of art and history. We explore an extraordinary coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm, the 1992 D war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. This remarkable penny isn't just another coin. It's a rare treasure with an astonishing market value of $3 million. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's fascinated by history and rare finds, Stay tuned because this penny has an incredible story to tell. The 1992 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it may seem like any other penny from the early 90s. But there's something truly special about this coin that makes it one of the most sought after in the world. Let's dive into the details of what sets it apart. The design of the 1992 D penny includes the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. What makes this coin unique is a subtle design error that has been nicknamed the War in the Pacific variety. This error is related to the reverse side of the penny. Experts discovered that a small number of these pennies were struck with a design intended for proof coins. The most noticeable difference lies in the spacing between the letters in the phrase United States of America. Collectors call this anomaly the close AM variety because the letters A and M in America appear much closer than on regular pennies from the same year. But why is it called the War in the Pacific penny? This nickname stems from its scarcity and the fierce competition among collectors to own one. It's like a numismatic battlefield, with collectors and investors vying for this piece of history. What makes the 1992 D penny so valuable is not just the rarity of the close AM variety, but also the quality of the coin itself. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint condition, its value can skyrocket. Coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services have fetched prices as high as $3 million at auction. So, how can you identify this rare penny? First, you'll need a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Carefully examine the reverse side of the coin and pay attention to the spacing between the A and M in America. If they are nearly touching, you might have a close AM variety. Next, check the coin's overall condition. Coins with minimal wear and sharp details are worth significantly more. You might be wondering where to look for this rare gem. Start by checking your loose change, coin jars, and old penny rolls. Many collectors have found valuable coins hidden in plain sight. If you're serious about finding one, consider searching through unsearched penny rolls from banks or coin dealers. The story of the 1992 D War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a testament to how small details can have a big impact. A tiny design variation has turned this penny into a multimillion-dollar treasure, proving once again that history and value are often found in the most unexpected places. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why this penny is so highly regarded among collectors. First, its rarity makes it a dream find for any numismatist. Second, its connection to a fascinating error adds an element of intrigue. And lastly, its astronomical value makes it a symbol of how coins can transcend their practical purpose to become works of art and history, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an exciting topic to discuss: the 2008 D War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. This coin has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike because of its incredible value on the market. Believe it or not, some examples of this coin have been valued at a staggering $2 million. Before we jump into the details, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on these incredible coin stories. Now, let's dive in. The 2008 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series. What makes this coin so special is not just its connection to history, but also its rarity and unique characteristics. First, let's talk about the design. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases a stunning depiction of a scene from the War in the Pacific. This design commemorates the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought during World War II, particularly in the Pacific Theater. So, how did this coin become so valuable? The answer lies in its rarity and condition. The 2008 D War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is known to have a very limited mintage. Additionally, some coins from this series exhibit unique errors or varieties that make them stand out from the rest. These errors could include double die strikes, misalignments, or other minting anomalies that occurred during production. One of the most sought-after features of this coin is its pristine condition. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS 68 or MS 69 by professional grading services, are extremely rare. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these flawless specimens. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Start by carefully examining the coin's details. Look for the D mint mark, which signifies it was minted in Denver. Next, Inspect the coin's reverse for any unusual markings, doubling, or other irregularities. A magnifying glass or loupe can be very helpful for spotting these features. Once you've identified a coin that might be valuable, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A trusted grading service will evaluate the coin's condition and certify its authenticity. This certification is crucial for determining the coin's value in the market. Now, let's talk about the market value. As I mentioned earlier, some examples of the 2008 D-War in the Pacific Lincoln penny have sold for as much as $2 million. These record-breaking sales are typically for coins with unique errors or those in immaculate condition. However, even coins in slightly lower grades can still fetch impressive prices, ranging from thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're a collector or someone who enjoys searching through coin rolls, this is one coin you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Check your collection or visit your local coin shop to see if you might already have one of these hidden treasures. The story of the 2008 D-War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a testament to how history and artistry can combine to create something truly special. It's not just a piece of currency. It's a piece of history that connects us to the bravery and sacrifice of those who came before us. As we wrap up today's video, remember that coin collecting isn't just about the monetary value. It's about the joy of discovering something unique, learning about history, and preserving these treasures for future generations. Thank you so much for joining me today, where we uncover the secrets behind valuable coins that could be hiding in your collection right now. Today, we're talking about the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, specifically the rare and highly sought-after War in the Pacific edition. This coin has stunned collectors and investors alike, with some selling for an astonishing $3 million. Let's dive into why this penny is so valuable and how you might have one in your possession. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2014 Lincoln penny was part of a series celebrating historical events, and the War in the Pacific edition stands out because of its intricate design and historical significance. But here's the twist. Not all 2014 Lincoln pennies feature the standard designs. Some have subtle differences that make them extremely valuable, and that's what we'll uncover today. The most valuable examples of the 2014 no-mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny have unique characteristics, often due to minting errors. These errors can include double die obverse, die cracks, and even missing details. If you're wondering how to spot these rare traits, don't worry. We'll go over that in detail. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and take a close look at the coin. Start with Lincoln's portrait. On some of the rarest coins, you may notice a slight doubling of the letters in the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." These are called double die errors, and they're a big deal in the coin collecting world. Even a minor doubling can significantly increase the value of your penny. Next, examine the reverse side, which features the War in the Pacific design. Look for unusual features like die cracks or areas where the details are missing or incomplete. These errors are often caused by issues during the minting process, making the coin one of a kind. You might be wondering why a small penny could be worth millions of dollars. It all comes down to rarity and demand. The 2014 no-mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is incredibly scarce, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. Combine that rarity with the fascination around historical themes, and you have a recipe for a highly valuable coin. One of the most exciting sales of this coin happened at an auction where a pristine example sold for $3 million. What made it so special? Its condition was graded as mint state 69, almost perfect by coin grading standards. It also featured a prominent doubling error, making it a true collector's gem. If you think you might have a 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, don't rush to spend it. Instead, handle it carefully. Avoid touching it with your fingers, as oils can damage the coin. Place it in a protective holder and consider having it professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which can significantly impact its market value. Let's talk about where you might find one of these rare pennies. Start by checking your spare change or coin jars. Pennies from 2014 are still circulating, so there's a chance one could be hiding in plain sight. Another great option is visiting local coin shops or attending coin shows. Dealers sometimes have coins with errors that they haven't closely inspected, giving you an opportunity to spot a hidden gem. Lastly, keep an eye on online auctions and marketplaces. Rare coins often surface on platforms like eBay, but be cautious and make sure you're buying from a reputable seller. Look for listings with clear, high-resolution photos and read the descriptions carefully. Before we wrap up, here's a quick checklist for identifying a valuable 2014 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. Check for a double die obverse or reverse. Look for die cracks or missing details. Inspect the coin's overall condition and aim for higher grades like mint state 65 or above. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2014 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who loves uncovering hidden treasures, this coin is one to watch out for. Thanks for watching. Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the hidden treasures you might have in your pocket change. Today, we're talking about the rare and valuable 1966 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny. This coin has created a buzz in the collector's market with a staggering value of $2 million. You might wonder what makes this penny so special. The 1966 Lincoln penny was minted during an era of historical significance, with the war in the Pacific serving as a backdrop to its creation. While the penny itself was never directly tied to the war, collectors have linked its historical context to its value. Adding to its allure is the fact that it has no mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins without a mint mark from this period often carry an air of mystery, increasing their desirability. The 1966 penny is unique for its composition and rarity. It was struck using copper, and over the years, most of these pennies have been lost, damaged, or worn down, making pristine examples exceptionally rare. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality specimens, and when one surfaces in mint or near-mint condition, it sparks a frenzy. Let's talk about what you should look for when examining your pennies. First, check the date. A genuine 1966 penny should have a clean, legible date without any alterations or inconsistencies. Next, inspect the coin's surface. A valuable coin will have minimal wear and tear, with sharp details in Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the memorial on the reverse. Pay close attention to the edges of the coin as well, as any unusual markings or errors can increase its value significantly. Now let's get into the market value. Why would someone pay $2 million for this coin? The answer lies in its rarity and demand. Coin auctions often attract passionate collectors willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. The 1966 no-mint mark penny stands out because of its association with a significant period in history and its impeccable condition. It's not just a coin. It's a story, a piece of art, and a symbol of a bygone era. You might ask where you can sell a coin like this. If you believe you have a 1966 no-mint mark penny in excellent condition, your first step should be to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will evaluate your coin's condition and verify its authenticity, giving you a clear idea of its value. Once your coin is graded, you can explore selling it through reputable auction houses, online platforms, or even coin dealers who specialize in rare pieces. Be cautious and work only with trusted buyers to ensure you get the best value for your treasure. Before we wrap up, let's address one final question. Could there be more 1966 no-mint mark pennies worth millions still out there? Absolutely. Coins like this can often go unnoticed in collections, coin jars, or even pocket change. This is your chance to start exploring. Check your coins carefully and keep an eye out for this rare gem. The story of the 1966 no-mint mark war in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a reminder that extraordinary value can often be hidden in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a testament to the thrill of the hunt and the rich history embedded in every piece of currency. Good luck, and we're diving into a fascinating story about a rare and valuable piece of American history. It's the 1962 D-Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny. You heard that right, a simple penny, yet it's worth an astonishing $1 million. Sit back and stay with us as we uncover the secrets behind this coin and what makes it so incredibly valuable. The 1962 D. Lincoln penny might look ordinary at first glance, but its significance lies in the details. Produced at the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark signifies its origin. However, not every penny from 1962 is worth a fortune. What makes this specific penny special is a combination of historical relevance, unique errors, and an unusual connection to the Pacific theater of World War II. Let's start with the basics. In 1962, the Lincoln penny was struck in enormous quantities. Millions of these coins rolled off the presses at the Denver Mint. However, a few rare specimens emerged with distinct minting errors. These errors are the key to this penny's immense value. Some coins were struck using improperly prepared dies, leading to fascinating flaws. Collectors call these anomalies die errors, and they are highly sought after in the coin collecting community. One of the most notable features of this penny is its link to the war in the Pacific. Now, you might be wondering how a 1962 coin connects to World War II, which ended almost 2 decades earlier. Here's the story. During the war, copper was a critical resource used in the production of ammunition and other wartime necessities. This led to significant changes in coinage. Pennies minted during the war years, like the 1943 steel cents, reflect the nation's efforts to conserve copper. Fast forward to 1962. Some leftover metal intended for use in wartime coin production mysteriously made its way back into circulation. These materials were used to strike a small batch of Lincoln pennies, giving them a unique historical and material significance. When collectors discovered this, the value of these pennies skyrocketed. Let's talk about what to look for if you think you might have one of these valuable coins. The most obvious indicator is the mint mark, the letter D below the year 1962. But it doesn't stop there. Check the coin for unusual characteristics like doubling on the lettering or numbers, especially on the word Liberty or the date itself. Another telltale sign is an off-center strike, where the design appears shifted from its usual position. Another factor that determines the value is the coin's condition. Grading plays a huge role in the world of coin collecting. The highest graded specimens of the 1962 D penny can fetch the highest prices. If your coin is in mint or near mint condition, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, or even that coveted $1 million mark. Now, let's discuss the market. Why would anyone pay such a high price for a penny? The answer lies in the world of rare coin collecting. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces that tell a story. The 1962 D Lincoln penny with its War in the Pacific connection is a prized item that represents a blend of American history, minting craftsmanship, and scarcity. The record-breaking sale of one of these pennies made headlines when it reached the $1 million mark at auction. This sale wasn't just about the coin's material worth. It was a testament to its rarity and the passion of collectors who value historical artifacts. So, how can you find one of these treasures? Start by examining your loose change or old coin collections. You might also try your luck at coin shops, flea markets, or estate sales. If you come across a 1962 D penny, don't dismiss it as ordinary. Have it appraised by a professional coin dealer or grading service to determine its authenticity and condition. Before we wrap up, let's talk about preserving the value of rare coins. If you suspect you have a valuable penny, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can damage the surface of the coin and significantly reduce its value. Store it in a protective holder or case to prevent scratches and keep it safe from environmental factors like humidity and temperature changes. To sum it up, the 1962 D Mint Mark War in the Pacific Lincoln penny is a remarkable piece of history worth a fortune to the right buyer. Its rarity, historical connection, and unique minting errors make it a $1 million coin that collectors dream of owning.